Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. The Crigler Show, the one and only Crigler Show. I am your host, Adam Crigler. I'm going to be playing some music later tonight on my classical guitar here. This is actually a really nice guitar. I don't know if I've actually talked about it. It's a Yamaha CGX 171 CCA. Really not a very easy name to remember. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend planned. It is, of course, the weekend. Well, starting soon, hopefully for most of you. Hopefully you have something fun to... Is that going to stay there? That's going to stay. Anyway, today we are going to be discussing a few things. I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but Biden is planning on sending $450,000 to each illegal immigrant who was wrongfully treated for coming here illegally. Taxpayer funded, giving people money who came here illegally. Yeah, so we're going to get into that because I think that's absolutely absurd. I have a few responses from the Biden administration, and it's... I hesitate on the word response because is it not a very good response, but you'll see when I post that for you. I do want to show you guys a quick little video. This thing, I just see it for yourself.
Do you have a favorite feature to use in here?
Yeah.
Something that you think is very cool?
Check this out.
Wow.
So that's pretty neat.
This is so freaking cool.
You got to see it again.
Do you have a favorite feature to use in here?
Yeah.
Something that you think is very cool?
Check this out.
Wow.
So that's pretty neat.
This is so freaking cool.
I'm sorry I had to show you guys because I seriously watched this over and over because I just couldn't stop laughing when I first saw it. It's obviously fake. All right, I didn't watch the original clip. I don't know what the original clip is, but someone edited it so that that's Zuckerberg's favorite part of the new Meta Oculus Rift. I just thought it was just so funny, and I wanted to. You know what? There's a Tom McDonald. He tweeted out something too. Let me just find it real quick because what did he say? He said, Mark Zuckerberg sounds like he has a USB cable shoved up his butt and someone with no social skills is typing words directly into his brain. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if in the not-so-distant future it's revealed that he's an Elon Musk-built android that's gone rogue. I love it. I love making fun of Mark Zuckerberg because that dude is absolutely a robot. Zuckerberg, as it were. And, yeah, I don't trust him being in control of the metaverse as they're trying to rebrand their company as Meta to, I don't know, be on the front lines of creating the metaverse. No. The metaverse needs to be open source software, free code that everyone can use themselves. No one owns it. It needs to be free. It needs to be protected. Freedom of speech. It needs to have it. I mean, if it truly is an internet realm, I guess, right, is the best way of putting it. It needs to be protected as if it's reality. Of course, it's not reality. It's going to be a computer algorithm-made world. But at the same time, we are going to be spending time there. I mean, we got to look at the reality of it. It's going to happen, right? We cannot stop the metaverse from coming. It's going to be here. It's going to be a part of things. I've done VR with friends of mine. I've talked about this on my show before. It's very fun. There's something really incredible about sitting next to a friend of yours who's hundreds of miles away, thousands of miles away. It doesn't matter. I mean, I play video games with people all across the planet with real-time, quick, fast responses, and it's really incredible how they do that. And shout out to Doom because the creators of Doom really set that in motion long ago in the 90s. That's irrelevant, though. I'm talking about Zuckerberg, and him owning the metaverse is a frightening premise. So even though that's really funny, that video, you know what? I got to play it for you guys again. Hold on. It's just too good.
Something that you think is very cool.
Sorry.
Do you have a favorite feature to use in here?
Yeah.
Something that you think is very cool.
Check this out.
Wow.
So that's pretty neat.
This is so freaking cool.
It's so freaking cool. I'm sorry, I just think it's hilarious. All right, I had to bring that up. Okay, so anyway, today we're also going to be talking about Loudoun County again. Now, I've talked about Loudoun County a couple times. This is, of course, where the dad was arrested when it turns out his daughter was sexually assaulted in the bathroom, even though Loudoun County was basically hiding that information and trying to keep it on the low. And it turns out that they were hiding so much more stuff. And then the kid that assaulted the dad's daughter got arrested and actually charged in October of last month. So today, I'm going to talk about what the mom's response is. Now, this is the mother of the kid, the guy who got arrested. Now, they're claiming he was transgender, and that's why he was going in the men's or women's bathroom. The mom claims he's not transgender, which would make me think that he is exactly what I've been saying, using the transgender policies to get into these bathrooms to assault women. That's a problem. That's what people are worried about. They're not worried about the actual transgenders that aren't trying to rape women in women's bathrooms, right? That's because if they're, whatever, but it's this mother, all right? She straight up blames the victim. She said she didn't struggle enough, so her son thought it was okay. Wow. Anyway, we're going to get into that story, and then finally we're going to be talking about moon bases. That's right. We are actually on the verge of building a moon base, and there are plans being laid out to do exactly that, and I'm pretty hyped about it because how have we not set up a moon base yet, right? I mean, sure, technology, but guess what? We're there, and they are working on it. I also have some cool news about a moon that is very exciting. It's once in a lifetime, or once in a century, or depending on how lucky you are. This lunar eclipse will be visible in all 50 states. That's pretty cool, and that's coming up later this month. So, all right, remember, before we get into everything, you can follow me over on all of my platforms at Adam Crigler. I'm on Gab, I'm on Parler, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Adam Crigler. Follow me all over there. I'm fairly certain a lot of you do. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Please share my videos. It definitely helps my channel growing, and I do see that, and I thank all of you for that. You can also check out my coffee company, which is really delicious. It's criglercoffee.com. In fact, I have a little bit right here. Don't mind if I do. All right, that is delicious, and you should try it out. In fact, someone just tweeted at me today. Let me just pull this tweet up. The more you guys post up your stuff, I love seeing that. It's so cool. This is Addict of Brian posted. We just received Adam Crigler coffee. The smell as soon as we opened the box, amazing. Fast shipping too. Hashtag Crigler coffee. Hashtag coffee lovers. Nice. Look, 2 bags. Got the Gamers blend, our stronger blend, and the Espresso blend. 2 of the strongest blends that we carry. Anyway, I appreciate that support. It's amazing. Also, follow me over at Crigler Coffee on Instagram. We post all of these kind of things. Whenever you tag hashtag Crigler Coffee, we try to find it and post it up here. Why is this one coming back? Captions on this one, we'll go first, is, I think it is The Weeknd. Okay. I think this is a terrible picture of me, but my sister really wanted to take that picture for some reason, so, yeah. But you could also check out all my stuff, adamcrigler.com, really easy. It's got all of my videos, my podcast, RSS number, the coffee shop, about such. You can actually donate to me directly, and then contacts and links to get a hold of me if you have any business proposals. Okay, so first and foremost, let us get into the first story. This is about the $450,000 that Biden is trying to get. I can't say Biden because it's not. He's an old doddering man that has no idea what he's talking about. The Biden administration, whoever is making the decisions, right? Anyway, they're trying to give taxpayer dollars, $450,000 to families each family, not just the sum total 450,000. It's 450,000 to the families of people who came over illegally. Anyway, let's blast them with the GOP here. They blast Biden for 450,000 per person payout to illegal immigrant families. Republican lawmakers are blasting reports that the Biden administration is discussing paying almost $500,000 per person to illegal immigrants who were separated from their families at the southern border during the Trump administration, calling it insane, unacceptable, and a slap in the face. Okay, so I looked into it a little bit, and Trump was facing a lot of ridicule back in 2017, 2018. It really was 2018 when it was peaking as far as the ridicule that he was receiving for this. Parents were being arrested for coming over illegally, and their kids couldn't go into jail with them. So what choice did you have, right? To arrest them or like let them go? That's what his arguments were. It's like, look, we can't have open borders. If we have open borders, they're just going to flood in and ruin Americans' jobs, and you know, we need borders, right? We have to have legal immigration. I'm all for legal immigration. Let me just add that real quick. I'm all for legal immigration. I, in fact, spent thousands of dollars so that my wife could legally live in America with me. She happens to be Swedish, so she couldn't live here. We couldn't actually stay together because of that. And so now I'm seeing these people that are coming over, and it's frustrating because I went through the legal means to allow me to be with my wife. And that's, you know, I'm all about legal immigration. People come here legally all the time, and that's cool. I mean, America was essentially grew out of legal immigration. I'm sure it grew out of illegal immigration as well, but, you know, then and I'm going to actually get into some of the negative sides of that in a little bit. I just want to focus on this first. So Trump was basically saying we can't have open borders, and there needs to be some repercussions for coming over illegally, or people will just start pouring over. Well, a lot of these people were coming over with young kids, and they were the kids in cages, and that's really where it started becoming weaponized against Trump, because he was separating them to arrest the parents, and the kids were being kept in the detention centers that Obama built and Joe Biden built when he was vice president. Who built the cages, Joe? A classic line by President Trump. But I mean, so look, I get it. It's a shitty situation, with lack of better word. It really is. That's the reality of it. It's a terrible situation. So the way that Obama was treating it as a civil court case, instead of making it like you're being arrested because you did something illegal, they're saying, hey, you did something wrong. You have to show up to court. Please show up to court. But the reality is, a lot of these people didn't show up for court. They would be like, okay, and then escape into the country because they were here illegally anyway. What did it matter? It didn't matter to them. They were just coming in, and because they weren't actually getting in trouble, they were told, hey, you've got to show up. My guitar's falling over. Hey, you got to show up for court, so please do. Thank you. Okay, well, it wasn't really working. All right, so you have to understand there's some, it's kind of like tough love is better than being completely smothered. And like, you know, having two parents in the family, I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but I don't care. Having two parents in the family, the mother is the nurturer, the father is like the tough love, teach you that life sucks and to get up after you bruise your knee. You know, that's traditionally, right? Traditionally, that's the way it works. And a lot of the problems of society, I believe, has a lot to do with the fact that that isn't the normal anyway, or anymore. And this $450,000, that's the smothering. That's them snow plowing in front instead of facing a harsh reality as you came here illegally. You shouldn't have. You put your kids in cages. You did. You came here when you shouldn't have come here, and you put yourself in that. You put your kids in that situation. That is 100% on you. That's not Trump's fault. Trump was trying to protect America, and I'm okay with that. Again, I'm for legal migration, immigration. Come here, immigrate here. I love that. Make America, you know, the melting pot it was once known as. because certainly the Democrats are trying to not have us blend together as Americans together, right? Which is what I was raised as. It didn't matter what skin color you were American. And you should be proud to be America because everyone has an equal opportunity to make it here. And that's why people want to come here. There's a reason they want to come here, but if you come here illegally and you get arrested for it and you bring small children, young children, it's on you, parents, the parents that are coming here. Look, but it's a harsh reality because I don't blame them. It is amazing here. But this $450,000 is taxpayer dollars that I don't want my tax. If I get to choose where my tax going, it's not going to these illegal immigrants. No, definitely. I'd rather go to legal immigration. I'd rather go to schools that actually teach proper education instead of the 1619 project that they're trying to push as some sort of truth law in these schools, or critical race theory, teaching that we need to look at each other's race and acknowledge that we're a different race and we are treated differently. No. We treat everyone the same. Meritocracy rules. Like, that's what I want taught. That's what I would like my taxpayers, my tax money going. Anyway, let's finish this up. First reported by the Wall Street Journal on Thursday, the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, and Health and Human Services are considering the payments in order to settle lawsuits filed by the American Civil Liberties Union and others on behalf of families who crossed into the U.S. from Mexico illegally seeking asylum. The families were separated under former President Donald Trump's zero-tolerance policy back in 2018. While the average demand for each lawsuit amounts to around $3.4 million per family, the Biden administration is considering $450,000 per person, around $1 million per family. Republicans, many of whom supported Trump's immigration policies, took to Twitter to lambast the potential payouts. Insanity. Rewarding illegal immigrants with hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars is the ultimate insult to law-abiding citizens. Representative Steve Womack, a Republican from Arkansas, wrote, "I agree. It is an insult to law-abiding citizens." That's right there, that line. It's an insult to law-abiding citizens. That can be applied to so much. First thing on top of my head, gun control. Right? Because it's the law-abiding citizens that aren't the problem with gun control. But those are the people that will be hit the hardest with gun control. It's the people that are causing all these gun crimes, they're not owning these guns legally. They're not following trigger discipline. They're not following how to... I mean, look at... bring up Alec Baldwin, but these people have no idea what they're doing with guns. Always check to see if it's unloaded. Then check again. Then check a third time. And then never point it at someone unless you want to actually hurt them. Period. Alec Baldwin talking about you. Anyway, gun control is not about the law-abiding citizens. This is an insult to the law-abiding citizens. Same thing. President Biden wants to send the IRS to surveil your bank accounts while cutting checks with your money to people who've broken our laws. Wow. It's another great point. If you have over $600 in your bank account, the IRS wants to watch what you're doing with your money to make sure that you're paying the appropriate amount of taxes. Wow. How is that not government overreach? Huh? That's crazy. That's Big Brother. That's 1984 coming true. They want to control the media. They want to control what you do with your money. They want to control your children. That's the biggest part. And we're going to talk about Loudoun County in a second. But this is insane. And then they want to give your money to people who came here illegally. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy echoed Womack's sentiments, calling it a slap in the face. Pure insanity. The Biden administration is reportedly looking at paying $450,000 to illegal immigrants who knowingly broke the law, he tweeted. It's a slap in the face to our law-abiding citizens who wake up, go to work, and pay their taxes. Agreed. Agreed. Former Vice President Mike Pence. Oh, this guy. Anyway, I've got my... I just got to say, shame on you, Mike Pence, for not standing firm on January 6th to make sure that evidence was seen. At least force the evidence to have been seen. That's what people were protesting. I'm not talking about the people that went inside. Those people were idiots, okay? I'm talking about the people that were peacefully protesting outside, okay? Shame on you, Mike Pence, for not demanding that at least the evidence be seen before accepting the votes, because that's on you, sir. Anyway, Mike Pence said some things. I don't care. I'm skipping that. Blah, blah, blah. Mike Pence, I don't care. More lawmakers chimed in Thursday night. It's unthinkable to pay a burglar who broke into your home for the psychological trauma they endured during the crime. Tom Cotton tweeted, yet the Biden admin wants to reward migrants who illegally entered our country with up to $450,000 each just for that reason. Insanity. That's a good way of putting it, because they are suing for psychological trauma. But again, I made this point earlier. The parents did that to their kids. The parents put those kids in that situation by coming here illegally. You can seek asylum in America. That's fine. You have to do it legally. And I want you to be able to. I want people who need asylum in America to legally be able to do that. Yes, of course. But when you come here illegally and you try to come into the country illegally, that's on you. You're taking that risk. That's you making the choice to take that risk, to do it illegally. Okay, so you made the choice. Now you get arrested for it, and guess what? You had your child with you. That's on you to put your kid in that situation. You made the psychological trauma to your kids. That's on you, 100%. Dan Crenshaw also slammed the report's payments, comparing the payments sent to families as a relative after a relative is killed in action. Yeah, that's right. He says here, Biden wants to pay illegal immigrants $450,000 for their hardship while breaking our laws. For perspective, if a service member is killed in action, their next of kin gets an insurance payment of $400,000. Let that sink in. So if a service member dies serving us, that's what they do. They serve us. The military, if someone gives their time of their life to the military, they're serving me. A taxpayer, an American citizen, they're serving me. That's why I try to thank them for their service every single time I see someone who's serving. You might have seen me in the airport. Anytime I see a military member in the airport, I walk up to him, thank you for your service. I appreciate you. Every single time. Because they are serving us. If they die in the line of duty, they get less money than these illegal immigrants who put their children in that situation themselves. They get paid more. It's kind of ridiculous. It is absolutely an insult. Others hope the Journal's report was in error. I just about fell out of my chair when reading this. Lindsey Graham, for whether or not you like Lindsey Graham, I have my reservations. For the sake of our country, I hope this reporting is in error. This would be an outrage. Well, he's right there at least. Doug Lamborn, Republican from Colorado, noted the extreme difference in the $450,000 payments compared to the $1,300 stimulus check sent to Americans during the coronavirus pandemic, slamming Biden's priorities. That is a good point. Americans in need, when the government locked them down for a year, 15 days to slow the spread. Sure, right. Well, how many days are we on? I mean, sure, the economy is open now, minus the whole mandates causing a ruckus and the shipping containers being stuck out in the ocean, just sitting there. Lots of different things. They gave Americans $1,300 stimulus. Wow, cool. Awesome. So now you're trying to pay these people who did it to themselves, came here illegally. It's frustrating. He also, who else? He goes, which is more than the 9/11 victims' compensation fund. This is just, it is unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. All right. Now, I want to show you guys a little video. Okay, this is from the whitehouse.gov. This is an interview, and Peter Doocy, of course, Doocy's the only one asking questions. It's the only one that is allowed to ask hard-hitting questions because they get all the softballs up until this point. Here's Peter Doocy asking about this exact thing.
Is there any kind of discussion about giving people who are coming here the right way money?
Why would we be giving people who are coming here the right way money?
Why are you giving people who came here the wrong way?
I mean,
Is there any discussion to give people who came here the right way money? Well, why would we give money to the people who came here the right way? And then his response is just so chef's kiss. Well, why are you giving people money who came here the wrong way? Huh?
I don't understand the question. What is you're saying that we should give people just money who are coming through? I don't understand the question.
I don't get immigrated here illegally money.
You're giving people who came here illegally money.
Like I said, that's the Department of Justice. That's you're going to have to ask them that question.
Is there any kind?
And he actually responds, and I have the very next response. I can't play this. This is CBS, and they don't like me playing their stuff. But they say here, she responds with, or Doocy says, I did ask them, and they gave me no comment, so I am forced to ask you. Why? Give taxpayer money to people who broke federal law to get here. And of course, it's Trump's fault. One of the things that we have to remember why we're in this place is that we're here today is because we had an administration that had an inhumane, immoral policy. That is blaming these people, or blaming Trump instead of blaming the people for coming here. It is their fault. It's their responsibility for coming here. Look, I want you to be able to seek asylum, hands down, absolutely, for sure. But we don't know that everyone's coming across the border is safe to come across the border. We don't know if they're cartels. We don't know if the Taliban is sending people. We were accepting Afghan immigrants as well by the plane loads while leaving Americans behind. Now we have an ISIS threat on Washington, D.C., and they're locking it down. I don't know if you've heard about this. Okay? We don't know who's coming across the border, and that's the problem. We can't just let anyone come in. We need to know if it's safe for people to come in or not. We need to protect American citizens. Again, I want people to be able to come here and seek asylum. Of course, absolutely, 100%. Please seek safe haven here if you are in a bad situation, but do it legally so that you can stay here, so that you don't put your kids in a bad situation. This is a new documentary coming out soon. Jorge Ventura just actually hit me up, said, hey man, I would love to come on your show. I have a new documentary that just came out, and I want to talk about it. He's coming on my show next Tuesday. I'm really excited to talk to him about it and get a little bit more details about it. I want to just play you the trailer. And this is on the southern border, and it has everything to do with human trafficking, which is another problem that no one's talking about. Here's the trailer right here. Let me just turn it up a little. There we go.
These marijuana grows are either connected to Mexican cartels or high-level criminal organizations that also use human trafficking as they've used workers to work these grows. On this grow, there was 5 Chinese nationals that were working this grow that are undocumented, don't speak any English, and are most likely were human trafficked here into the United States to work on these illegal grow-ops.
Their whole purpose to come here was just to tend for the grow, and then it helps cover their costs for whoever brought them over.
Mexican cartel-related operations that have exploded in the Antelope Valley.
It doesn't stop.
We're 300 miles away from the border, and we have one of the largest illegal drug operations happening in the backyard in the high deserts of Los Angeles.
It's accelerating to the degree that we're just...
This looks like a video game. This isn't a video game. This is real. Those are assault weapons.
I mean, they are way ahead of us. We can't seem to get one step ahead of them.
So
this is the cartels. We are very, very close to driving down the freeway and seeing bodies hanging from the overpasses. That is what's coming.
You can actually watch it right now at carteldoc.com. I haven't seen it yet, but I am very interested in watching it. This is part of the reason we can't just have open borders. We need to have some sort of system to allow people to come here legally, because of course I want that. But I don't want these people coming in. I don't want humans being smuggled and trafficked and sold on the black market to be used as slaves, essentially. Because that's a reality that we need to face. Because that actually happens. It's happening today. People are being human trafficked all the time. And that is a terrible tragedy that we need to be aware of. People are acting as if having the border controlled means, we're racist. It's like, no, we want to protect American citizens. We want to protect humans from being trafficked. Cartels are in our country. Here it is. There's a full documentary that just came out by the Daily Caller. And I'm going to be talking about it. We're going to have him on my show on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to having a chat with him about it. So, what is the answer, right? The answer is, don't give these people money. Because guess what that's going to do? It's going to incentivize more people to try to come here with their kids. Because if they get separated from their kids, then they can sue the American government and get money for it. $500,000 per person? That's crazy. That's a ridiculous amount of money. That is a lot of money. And then they give American citizens $1,300 for the whole pandemic. Insanity. All right, let's move on. This next subject is equally saddening. So Loudoun County, for those who don't know, has been the very center of the parents against critical race theory, standing up against the school boards. The dad that was arrested was cited in the reason why parents are now considered domestic terror, or excuse me, the Attorney General has requested the FBI to consider them domestic terrorists, which is absolutely insanity, if you ask me. So the guy who supposedly was transgender, which I'm now learning, according to the mother, was not transgender, which I have a picture of him, and you can decide for yourself, even though the whole point of this was that he was in the women's bathroom, and he actually got arrested for this. So raped somebody in the bathroom. It's not alleged anymore, okay? He actually has been arrested for doing this. A sexual assault. And it's a hot mess. And so I read this today. Oh my gosh. This is so ridiculous. It is part of the reason I assume a lot of rape victims don't speak up, because they end up getting blamed. And that's what the mother is doing. Look at this disgusting story. Mom of skirt-wearing male teen who raped female teen in bathroom says son identifies as male and just wanted sex, as she berates victim. You're 15. You can reasonably defend yourself. Oh, it gets so much worse, too. What she says. There's a longer quote later on in the article, and it's just... oh, my goodness. Okay, let me just start by saying... son identifies as male. Okay, so why was he in a female bathroom then? Why was he in the women's bathroom? Right? You shouldn't have been in there. He was seeking out. Okay? He is a rapist then. If he was... okay. The whole argument before was the trans policy, and it's like, he's a trans woman, so he, wanted to use the appropriate bathroom. That's the policy, blah, blah, blah. So now we're hearing from the mother, no, he's male. He identifies as male. Oh. Okay, well, that doesn't make it better. That makes it worse. Do you understand that? But then you say that the victim, it's the victim's fault because she should be able to reasonably defend herself? Listen to this story. The Loudoun County, Virginia mother of the skirt-wearing teen accused of raping a female, was arrested, actually. A A female classmate in a girl's bathroom is speaking out in defense of her son, saying that he is not transgender, identifies as male, and simply wanted sex. I don't care. I don't care that he wanted sex. Every 15, 16-year-old wants sex. Duh. Most guys want sex. They don't go into a women's bathroom and rape someone for it. And you're defending it? Okay, well, you're an evil woman, period. You're an evil person for allowing your son, who identifies as a male. Are you sure? I mean, they were arguing for a long time that this was a trans issue, that this person was trans. That's why they were in the women's bathroom. This is him right here. This is from iHypocrite. Here's a picture of the not trans 15-year-old who committed multiple sexual assaults, including in the girls' bathroom in Loudoun County, wearing a kitten choker with rainbow socks and standing in front of an array of LGBTQ+2 flags via the Daily Mail. Now, I'm just going to leave it there. I don't like ad hominems, but the guy raped somebody in the bathroom, so he's a terrible person, period. In October, an area judge found the student guilty of sexually assaulting a female student in a girl's bathroom in May. That is, of course, the daughter of the man that got arrested said it happened in May. So he got arrested for sexually assaulting the guy's daughter, who got arrested because he was upset that they were allowing men in the women's bathroom with their trans policies. So now it turns out he's not even trans. Anyway, the woman, who remains unnamed at this time, told the Daily Mail that her 15-year-old son is male and not transgender. She defended her son as simply engaging in the actions of a heterosexual, hormonal teen. In the case of the rape, had consensual sex with the girl twice before. He's a 15-year-old boy that wanted to have sex in the bathroom with somebody that was willing. And they're twisting this just enough to make it a political hot-button issue. That's not what the daughter said. Okay, Mom? All right? That's not what the daughter said. Oh, but she didn't fight back. The woman said that her son, who she admitted is deeply troubled, was only wearing a skirt that particular day because he has an androgynous style. No. She explained he would wear a skirt one day, and then the next he would wear jeans and a t-shirt, a polo, and a hoodie. He was trying to find himself, and that involved all kinds of styles. I believe he was doing it because it gave him attention he desperately needed and sought. How many people think that he's got a dad in the house? I'm just curious. This is just let me know in the comments. Does this man have a dad? Does this person have a dad in his life? Desperately needing attention that he needed and sought. He sounded like he was smothered by his mother, who protects him at all costs and defends him even through vile, disgusting acts. Which, oh, wait, that's exactly what's happening right now. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, continuing on. The woman added that her son described the sexual assault to her in a way that made her believe the incident was all a misunderstanding. Oh, of course, the son explained it. She wanted it. She wanted it. All right, just to let everyone know, according to my comment section here, the chat, nobody thinks that this person had a dad. Fairly certain every single person watching believes there was no dad in the situation. The two, according to the woman, met in the bathroom earlier in the day because the female teen wasn't feeling well that day. Oh, so he knew that the girl wasn't feeling well and then raped her later on. Wow, that makes it so much better. He was worried about her, asked how she was feeling, touched her forehead, brought water for her, his mother recalled, and then said that her son told her that he and the female teen talked about having sex later in the day. She continued, he'd mentioned something about hooking up with her, and they discussed it in the day, and that she was wishy-washy. Like she was like, yeah, maybe, I still don't feel well, we'll see. And then she said that her son later followed the female teen into the bathroom a second time later in the day, where he ended up advancing on her when she was feeling much better than earlier in the morning. The male teen, according to the woman, depicted the rape as an accident. Oh, an accident. And said that he didn't mean to insert himself into her hole. He said that he was intending for vaginal and it ended up for 10 seconds as the cornhole. The woman recalled. He knew that she was in pain. He said, "Are you okay?" She said that hurt. And he's like, "What kind of pain?" And he was showing genuine concern. Look. I could see the kind of relationship this son has with his mother. And it wouldn't surprise me. I'm going out on a limb here. If they are inappropriate themselves. It's... you know what I mean? It just feels way too... This dude is clearly lying to his mother to make it seem like he's the victim. I don't believe it for 1 second. He shouldn't have been in the bathroom. She wasn't feeling good, and he did it anyway. Advanced, and I mean, come on. An accidental rape? No. No. Dude, you raped the girl, and that's what happened. I just don't believe this. I don't believe it. So now the mother, this is what pisses me off here. Then she called into question the teen's response to the incident. "If I was in a position where I was about to be raped, I would be kicking and screaming and everything," she said. "You're 15. You can reasonably defend yourself. You're not just going to sit there and take it." And so, because there wasn't a presence of a fight, he felt it was okay to keep going. What the... Okay. Oh my goodness. Believe all women, Me Too, all this stuff. It's like consent is... It doesn't have to be even... Like all these freaking horror stories that I've heard about these college boys that are, Title IX, that whole mess of... Even if they get consent, it could be revoked after the fact, and like it can still be considered rape. And it's like, where is the outrage from the left from this story? Where is it? I'm not seeing anything. There is zero outrage from the left. Nobody is getting upset except conservatives. I mean, certainly me. I don't really consider myself a conservative. I don't know what I am, but I am absolutely pissed off about this story. He shouldn't have been in there. He knew she wasn't feeling good. Now the mother is victim blaming the daughter because she didn't fight back enough. Wow. Shame on you. This is disgusting. Loudoun County hid the story. They hid the story. They sent him to a different school where he raped another person. Okay, so what? Are we just supposed to believe this young and horny boy, which that's what you said. He just wanted to have sex. He was horny. He was just a heterosexual, hormonal teen. In case of the rape, had consensual sex. Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, he just wanted to have sex. Oh, that's what it was. Duh. I mean, come on. That's disgusting. It was an accident. I didn't mean to rape her. It was an accident. I slipped it in her butt. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. She didn't fight back, so I figured she was okay with it. I figured she wanted it. It's not like a victim could freeze up and be emotionally scarred and locked because she doesn't know what to do, or she's afraid because she's a vulnerable person. I don't know what she looks like. What if she's really small? And it doesn't matter her size, actually. It really is. It doesn't matter. The fact that she was in a vulnerable position and this guy did that at all, you raped her, dude. And the fact that the mom is defending it, it just goes to show, like, this snowplow, what is the word I'm looking for? Just smothered generation. These people are being treated like nothing. They can do no wrong. They can do no harm. It's all the world's fault. They didn't do anything wrong. The world, life doesn't suck. It's everyone's fault. No, life sucks. And life is hard. You gotta know that you're gonna be beaten down all the time. Competition exists in everything. You have to compete. You have to be the best at what you do. Okay? And these parents that basically teach their kids that it's everyone else's fault. They need other people's validation. The dude needs validation from others. That's the problem. You need to validate yourself. You need to know your own worth. You don't need other people to validate you. He was clearly seeking validation, needing to feel powerful. And there's all sorts of problems with this kid and his mother. And I partly blame the mother. I think it's your fault too. You did that. You put him in that mental state. Snowplow parenting. Yep. All right, let's talk about space. I need to take a break from this stuff. I'm gonna talk some space. Drink some Crigler coffee. Talk about something better, right? Something more exciting. Building a moon base on the moon. That's what I'm talking about. Building a moon base is a huge task, and here are the tiny satellites that will pave the way. There's not been a lot of progress in manned moon exploration since the end of the space race. However, lately, the dream of an inhabited moon base has become stronger and stronger. What do we need to do in order to realize this dream? This is by Yang Gao, Associate Dean, Professor of Space Autonomous Systems, University of Surrey. The space race between the U.S. and Russia ended half a century ago when the U.S. astronauts became the first to walk on the moon. Today, there's yet another race, prompted by China's successful landing on the far side of the moon and invoking private companies as well as national space agencies to put humans back on the lunar surface. But building a moon base and actually living on the moon will require careful planning. First, we need to identify the map available lunar resources, including hydrogen and water ice. Such compounds are crucial if we are to create breathable air and rocket fuel, whether for observatory or a launch pad to go to outer planets in our solar system. But sending missions to map the moon for resources in enough detail to enable future establishments is an extensive undertaking that will take a long time. Luckily, there was a shortcut: tiny satellites called CubeSats. There are many desirable resources on the moon, from the water ice that can give us fuel and air and other volatile elements to titanium, and also water to drink is very important, and water to grow our crops, because we have grown crops in space. They just made hot peppers. I don't know if you saw that. And also we've grown wheat, which we can do many, many amazing things with wheat. There may have accumulated in permanently shadowed polar regions where it's too cold for them to vaporize. I'm fairly certain they actually know that for a fact. Prior orbital and landed lunar missions have provided us with a broad overview of lunar surface geology. This knowledge has been boosted by returned lunar samples from the Apollo and Luna sample return missions, as well as recovered lunar meteorites. In fact, that is how we obtained the evidence for lunar water ice in permanently shadowed regions. See, they even talk about it in the article. Yeah, of course. See, they have proven it. This knowledge has... we have also learned that the lunar surface is composed of variable amounts of ilmenite and related oxide minerals, as well as silicate minerals and nanophase iron material with grain sizes under 100 nanometers, which are all useful for future construction on the moon. But this knowledge won't get us far. We also need to know exactly how the substances are distributed and what form they are in. Are they free or bound to something? Are they deep down? How do they interact with the lunar surface? We cannot extract them successfully without knowing such things. If we are to get to the bottom of these questions, we need new low-cost missions that can be achieved more rapidly compared to traditional large and expensive projects. In comes nanosatellites, mini and microsatellites, a technology that has matured over the past 40 years to make space science considerably cheaper, have therefore come forward as a great option. In more recent years, we have even started to consider using nanosatellite platforms, such as CubeSats. These tiny satellites weighing a few tens of kilograms, where a standard platform have been developed onto which several different instruments can be fitted. And here is an example of a CubeSat. very tiny, fitting into the palm of someone's hand. Robotic exploration of the solar system using nanosatellites is attractive because they are cheaper, less risky, and have a shorter development schedule compared to traditional science missions. NASA is therefore planning a series of lunar missions using CubeSats, including Lunar Flashlight, Luna H-Map, Lunar Ice Cube, which will all help improve our understanding that the spatial distribution of water ice in lunar cold traps. However, the spatial resolution of observations of this mission isn't great, on the order of 1 to many kilometers. Given that the future lunar landers or rovers destined for permanently shadowed regions will likely have limited mobility, there is a need to improve the spatial accuracy of maps of water ice. I work on another CubeSat mission called the Volatile and Mineralogy Mapping Orbiter, VMMO, funded by the European Space Agency, which will be able to achieve this using laser technology. VMMO aims to address several key aspects of future lunar exploration, adopting 12U CubeSat design, which has the dimensions of 120 by 10 by 10 centimeters, which is rather small. It will map the location of relevant resources and volatile substances in sufficient quantities to be able to operationally useful for future lunar settlers to make fuel and breathable air. Its primary science payload is a miniaturized laser instrument that would probe the Shackleton crater adjacent to the South Pole for measuring the abundance of water ice. Specifically, the instrument uses LiDAR, a surveying method that can image an object by illuminating it with a laser light and measuring the reflected light with a sensor. Scanning 10-meter wide path, the instrument would take 260 days to build a high-resolution map of water ice inside a 20-kilometer diameter crater in this way. It will also map lunar resources such as ilmenite, which is TIFE03, as it flies over sunlit regions, as well as monitoring the distribution of ice and other substances across darkened areas. This will help us understand how condensates migrate across the surface during the 2-week lunar night. The VMMO mission is due to be launched in 2023. If all goes well, it will help pave the path for European lunar exploration towards a moon village and commercial exploitation in the 2030 to 2040 timeline. Now, I just said this the other day, that we'll have a moon base in the next 10 years. We'll be, we're going to be there. We're going to be in space. Space is definitely going to become a normal thing for us to be living in. We are going to be branching out into the solar system, and I think it's going to happen in the next 10 years. Now, they're saying that they're going to be having a moon village by 2030, 2040, sometime in that decade. And that's pretty exciting because that'll be right around the time that I might be able to afford visiting the moon and maybe writing a song over there. I don't know. You never know with that kind of stuff. But on the conversation with the moon, I do want to talk about this. Once in a century, lunar eclipse will be visible in all 50 states this month, and here's how to spot it. Obviously, you just look at the moon, but more like when, I guess, would be more accurate. Stargazers who want to catch a lengthy glimpse of a lunar eclipse can do so later this month, as long as they set their alarms good and early. Of course, it's going to be early in the morning. All but 3% of the moon will be obscured by Earth's shadow in the early morning of November 19th. That's right, November 19th. Make sure you remember that date. November 19th is when we're going to see this amazing lunar eclipse. It's the longest lunar eclipse of the 21st century. Due to the early hours, during the early hours of November 19th, Earth will pass between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow over the latter. The eclipse will peak just after 4 a.m. Eastern Time, when our planet will hide 97% of the full moon from the sun's light, giving the moon a reddish hue. For the upcoming eclipse, skywatchers in North America have the best seats in the house. People in all 50 states, Canada, and Mexico can watch the full event. So definitely get out there and check it out, guys. And I'm really excited. And those dogs are going. Can you guys hear the dogs? Is it? I've been like trying to. I've been distracted. That's why I was kind of like stumbling through that last article. Because these dogs are going nuts, man. Can you guys hear them? I'm curious if the chat can hear the dogs. Because they're going bonkers over there. Barely? You can though, huh? Well, now that I'm not talking. Hold on one sec. I'll be right back. All right. Well, my door was open. I left the door open, so maybe they... maybe you can't hear them. I can't believe I left my door open. That's why they were a little loud. That's okay. They're cute dogs, so you can't be mad. It's probably somebody outside that they're upset about. Anyway, let's get into some super chats. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight on this Friday. I know there's lots of good shows going on. I've got some major My goodness, they're going nuts over there. Hold on, I'm gonna go let them out. Oh my goodness. Oh, those dogs are going nuts. Okay. Yeah, they were going nuts, and that's okay. Anyway, let's get into some super chats, guys. There are no other shows, Darth Jason says. No, I mean, come on. Friday Night Tights are... it's just an incredible show. I mean, I don't even blame anybody. I kind of want to just watch it. I would love to just join that show and just not do Fridays. Seriously, but, I mean... So Adam does wear pants while streaming. Now we know. That's a funny. That's a funny comment from chat. I do in fact wear pants. Yes, I wear pants. Cool. Anyway, I'm just gonna grab this because I know Drunk 3PO instantly turns off the channel as soon as I start playing guitar, and I saw that he super chatted. There he is. Actually, he put a super chat. Says, "Thanks for stopping by, my dude. If you guys don't know, Drunk 3PO absolutely sucks at Fortnite." I'm just kidding, bud. That was cool. He was streaming some Fortnite earlier, and it was fun to watch him get frustrated and get killed a bunch of times. I in fact got him killed. I sent him some bits, and he looked over and he said, "Oh, I got some bits," and then turned and someone killed him, and I like to take credit for that. That was all me. Anyway, Drunk 3PO, I know you said that you wanted me on your show. I would love for you to come on my show as well. You're in chat. I see you, actually. You said you are pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But, yeah, man, you got to come on my show. I'll come on your show. We got to do, the cross-show pollination, as it were. How that sounds. Now that I said it out loud, it doesn't sound so good. Anyway, that's pretty funny. Let's get to this. Let's start it off though. Gerald Armstrong says, "Ever thought about bringing Dr. Steve Turley on? He's a smart guy and excellent guitarist." How does that name sound familiar? I don't know if I know that name. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, Drunk 3PO says, "I'll reach out." Right on. Yeah, let's do this. I'm hyped. V says, remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and... you know what? Hold on. I gotta start over. V says, remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. I had to do that over. I had to do it. I had to do it. Come on, you guys know that was funny. It was good. It was funny. Anyway, Mark G says, remember the 5th of November, true and under pressure and plot. I know of no reason why you know the thing. That's good. I like that. You played off the previous one, and I actually tweeted this out today. There's, just this awesome picture of the Guy Fawkes mask, which is, if you don't know, that's actually the Guy Fawkes. But that's the mask. Where is it? Here we go. Remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason, blah, blah, blah. But then, of course, a message from Anonymous. Remember, get your shot and obey in November. Ooh, yeah. Anyway. Hey, Athena's Owl, how you doing? I see you over there. Okay, Sexy Goldfish says, shut up and take my money. Okay, I will, thank you. Scrody Johnston says, howdy, Commodore. Well, hello, Scrody. Thank you for that $10 super chat. It says, Yamaha's a pretty good sounding guitars. I have an FG75S. I also have a Martin D35 that sounds glorious. I have a Strat, but I got drunk and tripped over it. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. That's really, really sad. Mark G says the moon base was already built in 1944 by the Yahtzees. I don't know if I believe that. Conspiracy. Mr. Squiggles says, I just got off the phone with Project Veritas. Oh, snaps! Did you give them your information? I'm hyped. Look, I know the whole thing with the Project Veritas. I'm gonna talk about that. It's about the Biden diary, and also the FBI raided 2 people from Project Veritas. I kind of was digging into it right before the show started, so I didn't really have enough time to put something together to talk about it. I was already going to talk about the subjects that I had at hand today, but I definitely want to talk about that probably Monday, honestly. I think so. I think I'm going to be talking about it on Monday because it's kind of crazy when you think about it. But awesome, Mr. Squiggles. I hope you said yes. Nice. All right, we'll see it. We'll see it. Hopefully you don't get raided by the FBI, right? Mark G says, as a descendant of an illegal Italian immigrant, I can say that modern illegal is bad. When my great-grandpa grandpa came over, there was no tax-paid safety net. Okay. Right. Yeah, right. Modern illegal. Well, what's illegal now to me, to like immigration, is not okay, right? It's not all right. Alpha Zero Omega celebrating 15 months as a member. Thank you very much, Alpha Zero Omega. It's great to see you. Says, I'd love to migrate to America. New Hampshire looks really nice. Florida looks good. Texas, well, you just gotta love Texas. You're right. And in fact, Nerdrotic, I was watching the Friday Night Tights show right before I went live, just announced on his show that he just officially bought a house in Texas. So he is a Texan now. So congratulations. Mr. Squiggles just said in chat, yeah, I sent them the audio recording, videos, and pictures, which, of course, he was dealing with some election irregularities. That would be cool to see you featured in a... I might report on it next week. Who knows? That'd be awesome. But anyway, Alpha Zero Omega, thank you very much. Everyone, please spin some UFOs in chat. If you are, in fact, a member, you can spin the actual UFO, the real UFO, no imitations. It is the original. That is, of course, Newport. You may know it. But Sejong the Great, of course, with a $50 super chat. Woo! Toasty! That is fantastic. That is my toasty. What's up, chat? What's up, Adam? I am back 1 week on a U.S. Navy ship. The ocean is huge and can be very dangerous. Salty sailors like me can hack it. Anyways, long days at sea needs coffee, so I think does chat. Roll me some Commodores. Let's go, Brandon. You guys know the deal. I am going to roll the dice because Sejong the Great is now sponsoring a coffee giveaway. I just rolled it. Good luck. Have fun. And I'm watching the numbers in chat. This is for an actual bag of coffee. This isn't for nothing. You're actually going to win something. I know most of the time you win nothing, but this time it's actually something. And it's brought to you by Sejong the Great. Thank you, Sejong, very much for that super chat. I really do appreciate it. All right, I'm watching the numbers rolling in. I'm watching them. Robert Wiles wins it with 20. Yes, in fact, Robert Wiles, congratulations. You guys know Robert Wiles. Probably the most ardent, showing up always to every show. Thank you, Robert. Congratulations. You just won. I did, in fact, roll a 20. I roll a lot of 20s with this die. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I threw it up in the air. You guys saw it, and it landed on 20. It happens a lot with this die. I think I've rolled 20 more than any other number on this die. So that's pretty cool. So congratulations, Robert Wiles. You love to see it. You really just love to see it. Congratulations, my friend. You shall have a bag of Crigler coffee, and you already support Crigler coffee, which is really incredible. So I know we already have your information. we already know where you're at. We already have your address because Robert actually orders coffee regularly. So I appreciate that. All right. Well, that was brought to you by Sejong the Great. So Robert, you can thank Sejong for that. Mark G says, can I renounce my citizenship, then sneak back in and get my $450,000 back, and then use the Dreamers thing to get my citizenship back? No, you got to have your children taken from you. So bring your kids, have them take them, and then you can, I guess that you need one more thing on the list of how to get that $450,000. Bobcat says, I still say an orbital ring, like those in the Isaac Arthur video, should be a higher priority than a moon base. Also, please play Find Yourself. All right. I will play Find Yourself. Definitely will. I know a lot of people say it's not the same without Nishra. I agree wholeheartedly. Man, that is good coffee. All right. An orbital ring, like the ones in the Isaac Arthur videos, are incredibly material heavy. Like, you need to build it. It can't be too close to Earth, or else it'll be trapped in our gravity, and maybe, you know, we'll have to be held in a geosynchronous orbit, which we might not be able to support. It might need to be out further past, or maybe in the Lagrange point, so it can hover in a specific area between the moon and the Earth. You know, who knows? There's a lot that goes into that, and a lot less in building a moon base. But building a moon base, I think, is very important because there's not a lot of gravity on the moon. We can get fuel from the moon, which means we can build spacecrafts on the moon and go to Mars with a significantly more amount of fuel and supplies than we would from the surface of Earth, because we have to get off Earth, and that requires a lot of work. So it would definitely open up the solar system for us in the traditional way we know of how rockets work, right? I always talk about we just need a new propellant or a new system to propel ourselves in space. I really do think we need to work on something, magnetics or something. Someone said gravity doesn't exist. It absolutely does. I think gravity is a form of magnetism. Magnetic energy is what gravity is, I think. I think that's really what it is, and I think the secret is understanding how to manipulate that gravity in a way that will be beneficial for us. So, yeah. All right, where were we? Mark G says, we the people need to protect the border. 3777. What is that? 3777. 3777. What is this? Let me look up this date. Association of Montana Troopers. Association of Montana Troopers. Vigilantes are often revered part of Montana's history. From Absaroki to Zurich, tales are told to elementary, middle school, and high school students about vigilante justice. That was nothing if not swift. All right, so it's about vigilantes, huh? Okay, interesting. So vigilante on the border. See, I don't know if I agree with that, though. I don't know if I agree with that. Devil Dog Cog says, if they spent half the effort they used invading us into fixing their country, nobody would need to leave and we wouldn't have a border crisis. Oof. Man, truth hurts, doesn't it? 6079 Smith W says, coffee roll, battle stations, my droogies. This is not a drill. You guys know the deal. We've got another coffee roll. All right, good luck, have fun. This is sponsored by 6079 Smith. Good luck, have fun, guys. This is for another actual bag of coffee. And yeah, 1 through 20. Good luck, have fun. I'll be watching the numbers as they roll in. And oh, here they go. They're already rolling in. Right off the bat, we got a winner. It is Cripler 101. Congratulations, Cripler 101. You won a bag of coffee brought to you by 6079 Smith. All you got to do email me over at thecriglershow.com and let me know what you are interested in getting. Lots of 18s rolling in. But first, Crippler 101 was the first one to guess it. I have messed up only twice, actually, in my history of doing the dice game. And one of them was recent, so I'm a little embarrassed to say that. But I did, and I admit it. I went back and I did see proof. But that was 18. It wasn't 20 this time. Close. But Crippler 101, congratulations. Have a bag of coffee on 6079 Smith W. Thank you very much for that. America's Shirts Are First.com says the most base t-shirts on the planet. Use Kyle, STKYLE to save 15% for you guys who watch the show like this one. Thanks. There you go, guys. All right. Aaron Weiss says Adam is the most consensual. It's the most consensual assault. The Navy, at least us enlisted here in Annapolis, all love your show. Oh, that is so cool. Very cool. Shout out to anyone watching me that's in the military. Of course, the Navy that over Annapolis, they actually watch me. What's up, guys? Anyone over there in Annapolis, if you guys are watching me, how you doing? Thank you for your service. I really do appreciate you guys serving me as a taxpayer and protecting and giving your life to serve and protect. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you all. And you need more appreciation in this world. People don't understand what it would be like without having you. But I absolutely recognize it. Dat Simple Nope says, you know what really gets me going? Consent. Oof. Man. Mark G said, but she didn't say no, so I slipped it in her butt. Like, are you serious? That's it? That's what you told your mom? And your mom's like, yeah, well, she didn't say no. You're just a horny little teenager, aren't you? Oh, pinching his cheek. You're just a cute little horny teenager. It's not funny though, you know. I'm like making a joke, and then I realized like how terrible the situation is. Like, my goodness, ugh. Anyway, where was I? Mark G says we know the identity of the victim and her dad, but nothing about the rapist. If he doesn't go to jail, I wouldn't be upset if the dad seeks vengeance. See, again, I don't like this kind of thing. I don't want that to be the way things work. I want our justice system. If we don't get justice, then we need to change the system so that justice will be found, right? I don't know. I don't like vigilante. I don't like that other dad whose daughter got sold into sex slavery killed the dude who did it, the boyfriend. I don't like that. I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? It's a weird situation, but I don't know. Sejong says, interesting how she changed her tune after the VA elections were over and the radical Democrat isn't in charge to shield her butt anymore. God, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Sejong says, do you think Brandon will make space bases as part of his Build Back Better Bolshevik plan? Generally curious for the press's sake. Definitely not. No. This is all because China's doing it, and they're going to be there. They're building their own space station. They're already on the moon. Not manned on the moon, but they are. I mean, they have constant surveillance. They have a space station built in Argentina so that they have 24-hour connection to whatever they have on the moon. We don't really know what they've got over there, but I'm sure they're connected to it. So. Let me just see this. Why was that deleted? Don't to the mods, whoever's modding my chat, like, you guys can let everything fly. I don't care if people are mad at me, upset with me. There was a Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald made rape funny. Rip Norm Macdonald. I mean, he made fun of everything. Norm Macdonald was a G. I mean, he rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. I don't think that should have been deleted. Guys, seriously, like, I'm okay with people making fun of me. I'm okay with people talking shit against me. I don't care. All right, let it fly. I don't want words being spammed, specific words that are bannable. You know, that kind of stuff should be deleted, or spamming stuff over and over again should be deleted. So just letting you, like honestly, I don't care if people make fun of me. They do it all the time on Twitter. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Come at me. Call me whatever you want to do. Add an N in my last name. You're so original. My goodness. Anyway, where was I? Really, really big man, Short Bus Dave, says, they say yes the moment a no is said, it's rape. Where is the outrage? That's what I want to know. Where is the outrage? Benjamin Mauser with a $20 super chat says, I can't wait for the James Webb to start sending images. Me too. I cannot wait. It's finally going to be in space. According to what they said, according to NASA, it's going to be next month, I think. They said November. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. November 15th or 18th, something like that. Drunk 3PO said, thanks for stopping by, my dude. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by my channel. I'm going to be playing music in a little bit, Drunk, so you're going to want to turn the TV off, all right? He said that he watches my show. I thought that was pretty cool. He also... I'm just going to play the clip. I'm just going to play it. I got an endorsement from Drunk 3PO. You guys, I'm just going to play it for you because it's kind of funny. Here he is. This is his
look
clip.
At you, man. I know I'm not big time like y'all, but thanks for stopping by. And guys, if you ain't following Commodore Crigler, that's Adam, man. That's the better Tim Pool.
You're funny,
you need
dude.
to follow right there on YouTube and on Twitch to watch him play this
guy.
Was I allowed to say that?
I think he is absolutely hilarious. Well, thank you for those kind words. That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to say the mods aren't great. You guys don't think that I don't love my mods. I've got an awesome mod team and they're fantastic. And thanks to my mod team, I don't have to worry about my chat anymore. Don't worry about that. I'm just letting them know. Yeah, I love my mods for sure. Absolutely. You're right. Yeah, Darth Jason says, I love our mods, but mad respect to what you just said. Thank you. No hating on our mods. Y'all are great, but seriously based. Right, yeah, I'm not hating on the mods. Don't think that. I'm not hating on the mods. Not at all. Sejong says, no moon base, Adam. Low social score, you Earthman. Man, it's funny, but also kind of a frightening premise. Because if they do implement some sort of social score, I'm going to be down low. Because I don't follow the narrative. No way. Mark G says, it's solar eclipse or nothing for me. Oh, come on. Well, lunar eclipse, man. That's kind of cool still. Bobby Lane says, dogs are barking at Sam Squanch. No, what the heck is a Sam Squanch? LMAO? I don't know what that is. Sejong says, cry havoc and let slip the hounds of Adam. I don't know why I said it like that, but it felt right. It felt right to say it like that. Sejong says, oh, I just read that one. Sammy Suicide with a $10 super chat says, great program, better Kofefe. We need prayers for our 2 pups with cancer, a German Shepherd, and a Golden Retriever. Oh, man, that really sucks. Thank you, and I really hope that they pull through. It really sucks. Cancer sucks, always. And whenever you have a family member or members with cancer, it's always a shame. So I'm really sorry to hear that, Sammy. I hope they both get through it. I hope they do. Carnell says, hail Commodore, hail chat. Happy Friday Night Jam. Adam, 20 more shows until 200. Oh my goodness, it's true. We are getting close, aren't we? Look at this. What is this thing? I just noticed this little guy hanging out. Anyway. Looking forward to doing covers. Can we hear Freely tonight? All right, so we got a Find Yourself and Freely, 2 classics that I tend to play most jam nights. I will play them. Mark G says, natural 20 for a naturally good guy. Right on. Mark G says, anyone want to have my kid? I'll split my $450,000 50-50. Oh, man, so bad. Mazzo says, hey, Criggy, can I get a hellhound for America? She finished her very long battle with cancer on Halloween. I'm sure she'll love it wherever she is now. All right, I will. So I got a Melancholy hellhound. Not a very classical guitar song, you know. But I guess I can do that, yeah. Vash says, I want to build a new space plane. Cool. I want you to build it as well. Shanjack says, gravity is a fictitious force, same as centrifuge and centripetal force. And then, of course, winks. Right, yeah. Fictitious, right? How are we on this planet? Mark G says, sorry, Adam. I have a soft spot for vigilantes. My family was a part of the Montana vigilantes and hung the corrupt sheriff. So it's in my blood. No, I understand that. And being a vigilante isn't necessarily bad. It's when you become, you know, like violent, I guess, right? When you become violent, when there's violence that it gets added into it, then it's like, okay, whoa. Sejong says, a rapist claiming that, is like claiming that the joke saying gurney 5 times fast is about hospital beds. I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying it 5 times fast. The Last Crow says gravity is racist because it holds down people of color. It's true. It's true. That it holds down people of color. But it holds down everyone. So like all lives matter. Really, really big man Short Bus Dave says, the nipples of fate request walking with you. Okay, we got a bunch of song requests coming in. The Dashing Rogue says, at the Crigler Show, is there any truth to the claims that the Twitter account Christina C. Zumbruck made about why Tim Pool was gone for those few days? I don't know. I don't want to talk about Tim. I just don't care. I'm not connected to him. I don't work with him. I don't want to address any rumors about what's going on there. I hear there's an article coming out that's really bad, and I don't want to touch any of it. I'm just staying away. So, no comment. Robert Wild says, Adam, you missed my first super chat. Didn't have any money. That was my normal one. And about my pug. Oh, we'll go grab it. Corey Allen says, just watched the Jesse doc. So good. Crigler Coffee Mead, still aging. Smells insanely good. Super nutty and chocolatey smelling. That's pretty cool. That is, Corey Allen is actually making Crigler Coffee Mead, which is really cool to think about. And, oh, man. Oh, my beard is starting to get really itchy. This is about the time where I cut it off, guys. This right here. I need to like trim this here because I talk a lot and like it starts like tickling the underside of my nose and it's actually really annoying. So I need to like maybe like get a comb and like push it to the side. I don't know. Let's see here. Robert Wiles said, I hope this makes Betty smile and Diana Francisco smile. My pug just had his last pill. So now all I can do is make him comfortable and happy, be blessed. Right on, man. I hope he has a make him comfortable, dude, and be there for him, Robert. All right. Mark G says, please learn Barrett's Privateers for episode 300. Oh, I do. I really do like that song. That's pretty good. We search the seas for American gold. We shed no tear, had no tear. Well, I'm a broken man on a Hollywood pier, the last of Earth's privateers. So good. All right, let me see. We've got Walking With You. Walking With You, Freely, Melancholy Hellhound, and also Find Yourself, right? Okay, I listened to the music and it didn't seem like it was picking up the guitar before, so I just want to see the mic. the saints are calling all the masses. They want your soul, go pay all their taxes. Don't fear your belief of what you are inside. Hold it dear, it's the truth that they're trying to hide. Recognize the first stage of trouble. Open your eyes to disguise. Start searching deep in your soul, deep inside your soul, and find yourself. 'Cause no one else will find yourself. 'Cause no one else will. Hey, can I get just a little taste? A salivatic little getaway. Where are you on your knees, swallowing the answers? Authority, see, they don't take chances. Are we blind? It's a crime that we can't ignore. I think it's time we show them that we'll take no more. Recognize the first stage of trouble. Open your eyes to disguise. Start searching deep in your soul, deep inside your soul, and find yourself. 'Cause no one else will find yourself. 'Cause no one else will. We must unequivocally disobey. Help me, Horace, let me seize the day. With a Guy Fawkes mass, true determination, anonymous bliss, who controls the nation. Are we blind? It's a crime that we can't ignore. I think it's time we show them that we'll take no more. Recognize the first stage of trouble. Open your eyes to disguise. Start searching deep in your soul, deep inside your soul, and find yourself. 'Cause no one else will find yourself. 'Cause no one else will find yourself. Recognize the first stage of trouble. Open your eyes to disguise. Start searching. Thank you very much. That is Find Yourself. Beautiful. Thank you, chat. Thank you very much. You guys are absolutely amazing. I gotta figure out how to do this. What song am I gonna play? Aw, thank you, Jay. Jay says, you are possibly the most wholesome person I've ever encountered online. That is a very nice thing to say. Thank you so much, Jay. Don't ever change. I don't plan on it. called Walking With You. I took a walk tonight with my love, and all the cats are in the streets. Like us, they're trying to find a way home. Yeah, face life and land them on their feet. Talking about them little things that make you sing and feel alright. A natural high inside, like a sunshine and rain. A fresh coffee to start my day. I'm just glad I found my way home with you. I've been walking it so long, and now I'm walking with you. I've been walking it so long, and now I'm walking with you. I've been walking it so long, well now I'm walking with you. I've been walking it so long. Sunsets along the colonnade. All good dogs in bed are on their way. Like us, they're trying to find a peace of mind. Yeah, I'll face life and its insanity. It's all about them little things, the little things that make you sing and feel alright. A natural high inside, like sunshine and rain. Fresh coffee to start my day. I'm just glad I found my way home with you. I've been walking it so long, well now I'm walking with you. I've been walking it so long, well I'm walking with you. I've been walking it so long, well now I'm walking with you. I've been walking it so long, now I'm walking with you. Now I'm walking with you. Now I'm walking with you. Well, that is a little different version there. Walking with you. Of course, I wrote that about my wonderful wife, Nisha. You guys might know her, you might not. That's all good. You know what I do? You know what I think I need to do, guys? Give me 1 second. Let me just do something real quick. I think you guys might know what that is. I have a little whiskey, guys. Thank you so much. Cheers to all of you for hanging out with me. That is just delicious. That is a little Bowmore 12. Delicious. What else am I playing? Freely. All right, here we go. Freely. This is Freely. I wrote this. Sorry, Devil Dog Cog says the scat version of this song is absolutely fire. Yeah. Didn't feel appropriate with the classical. That's the scat. I need the steel string. You know, it's not the same. All right, this is called Freely. I wrote this one in September of 2020. There was a very big change in my life, and a lot of my music that I've written, a lot of my best songs that I feel flew right out of me, happened after very significant events in my life happened. And this song, I mean, if you really listen to the words, it kind of sums up the way I was feeling in September of 2020. I don't know if you remember what happened before that, but I think the real ones know. Life sucks sometimes, but when you realize it's not so bad, just move along. What choice do you have? You choose where your mind spends all its time. When it all comes freely, it's wonderful. Let it all come crashing like the ocean tide. Climb up to the top of the mountainside and scream it out. Don't hold it inside. When you find a smile, naturally, it's a magic, don't forget it. It'll help you see. In the dark, in the night, when you're trying to find your way and you've lost your sight. When it all comes freely, it's wonderful. Let it all come crashing like the ocean tide. Climb up to the top of the mountainside and scream it out. Don't hold it inside. Now, I normally go a lot longer with that song, but I'm going to cut it a little shortly. It just doesn't feel the same on the classical. I just don't. It doesn't feel the same. Cheers. Hey, thanks everyone for hanging out and tuning in on my jam sessions. Corey Allen says, I'll find a way to get you a bottle when it's done. Oh, cool. All right. Dat Simple Nope says, what's your opinion on NNN? What is NNN? I don't know what that is, so I have no opinion. Of course, if I knew what it was, maybe I could. I don't know. I have no idea. Walking with you and freely are the best earwigs. I don't mind swimming around in my head. Thank you, Keith. That's very nice. That's cool. I love that. Double A says, great song, Adam. I love that one. Thank you. Oh, No Nut November. That's what it is. Okay. I mean, I feel like if you have to like go a month without it, you might have an issue. You know, everything in moderation, right? I don't care, whatever. What is it? What's the purpose of it? I don't know anything about the fact other than that it's some sort of challenge that people do no nut in November. I don't know what it's for. What's the reasoning behind it? Is there some sort of cause or something, or is it like I don't know, like a benefit of some sort? I don't even know. But it's kind of like whatever. That song's always is needed when it's heard. Oh, thank you, SGG. That's very nice. Robin says, "Are you excited for the Red Bar comeback as me?" What is Red Bar? I also don't know what that is. Busybone says, no nut is masturbation, it's incel marathon. That's funny. What other song was I supposed to play? Melancholy Helen. All right. I really want to play this in a different way because it's so different sounding on a classical guitar. I might mess it up, but because it's difficult to like change the way you play a song. Well, I don't want your money, I just want some wine. Yeah, give me some of your honey, I promise I'll take my time. Oh, welcome to the heartache, it always feels the same. Here I find myself growing senseless to the pain. Yeah, you can scratch and crawl to figure it out, but in the end it's just me. shitty, and I don't want no lies. Yeah, life gets shitty, oh, and then you die. Welcome to the heartache. Try not to lose your way. It's like trudging through the muddy water, oh, without faith. Yeah, you can scratch and crawl to figure it out, and then it's just me. I still get that feeling, oh, of judgmental eyes. Only a difference being it's just not worth my time. Oh, welcome to the heartache. Yeah, it brings tears to my eyes. Yeah, those tears remind me I'm alive. Yeah, you can scratch and crawl to figure it out, and then it's just me. All right, that was the classical version. Sejong says, let's get some Subway song. Ooh, this one has no dots on it. There's no dots, so it's very... This neck doesn't go up high enough. I actually can't physically play the Subway song on this guitar, unfortunately. So, I'm sorry, Sejong, I can't do it. But thank you for that super chat. I would play it if I could, but I cannot, unfortunately. Sejong again says, NNN was started as a challenge to turn away sex as a male empowerment idea. The irony is that NNN is easier than ever with these harpies we have. Oh my gosh. I mean, there is... oh my gosh. Turn away sex as a male empowerment idea? I mean, who really controls the power with sex, though? I don't think it's men. I think it's the women that have the power. The women get to choose. Unless you're in a women's bathroom in Loudoun County, right? Then you really have no say in the matter. Because you didn't struggle enough, right? You got to struggle more, all right, and scream, or else it's your fault. Phil McCracken, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. You're always hanging out. Do you do requests? How about Baby Got Back? No. I do requests, but only for my own songs. And every 100 episodes, so in 21 episodes, 20 more episodes, I will be doing covers. I think I might learn Barrett's Privateers, actually. I think that's... I think that needs to be a thing. Barrett's Privateers. I love that song. It's so good. Joe Max says, thanks, Adam. Been struggling with anxiety for the past year in my mid-20s. I hope to get out of this one day. Joe, I'll tell you what. My 20s sucked, man. I had an amazing life in my 20s, but mentally, I did not enjoy it. I didn't really... like understand how to mentally be in control of myself until I was about 34, which was about 3 or 4 years ago, right? And I feel the past, like, I owe a lot to my wife Nishra. She's incredible and has helped. She always asks me why, and I think that's really important. Like, why am I thinking things, and help me through things. And I really made sure, part of the reason why my relationship with her is so good is because I am 100% me. I never changed myself. In my 20s, I loved my life in my 20s, but one thing I made a mistake in my 20s was I changed myself for others in my relationships, in my friendships, my job. Like I sacrificed little bits of myself to like accommodate others, and I don't do that anymore. And I would never do that. That's part of the. Never mind. I can't talk about that. Never mind. Where was I? But you know what? I just want to wish you well, my friend. You will get through it. Just believe in yourself. I think that is really the key. Believe in yourself. And just know that you alone can validate yourself. Only you can do this. Validate yourself. Know that you're worth it. And get out and do it. Because with that belief system, that you believe in yourself, you can do anything. I think that's really the power. As soon as you believe in yourself. Jess says, hi, Adam, big fan. Hi, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you a lot. Thanks for tuning in. Sejong says, you tell him. You tell him, nah. Ain't getting the D this month while singles try to mac on girls. The idea is from the early 2000s. Also, Diana says, she's just. Okay, she's just. I could play that. Oh, okay, so this is actually to take power away from the girls for sex? It's freaking... I'm all about balance, man. There needs to be a balance. Ancient Egyptians believed in a balance between the masculine and the feminine. I think a real good relationship has an equal balance between men and women. And that is, I feel like I have a really good balance with my wife. And I feel like we're losing that. We're losing that balance because it's like, no, it's this. Oh, no, it's this. It's one or the other. There's no like balance anymore. And it's such a shame. She's just. It's just gone too far, she said. I should took another drink at the bar. To tell you what the truth is, I just never knew when to start. She was sitting in the corner, trying to pick up her pride. They didn't disown her. Oh, but she wished that they had tried. Been gone 3 summers, made all the difference in the world. At least 10 years older in her mind, but that's alright. Moved to California, out to live that Western dream. But her Eastern persona would never ever let her be. 'Cause she always ended up missing home. She always ended up missing home. Missing home. Missing home. So many before her, she's just another face in the crowd. It's becoming clearer to her, but she's not ready right now. But she's not ready to go, and tensions grew bolder. Impatience picked up steam. Too many people told her you have to stay and take what's in your reach. I won't just stand here watching all my plans fall through. 'Cause I've discovered it's all about the time I use. Moved to California, out to live that Western dream. But her Eastern persona would never ever let her be. She always ended up missing home. Missing home. gone too far, she said, as she took another drink at the bar. To tell you what the truth is, I just never knew when to stop. That is called She Is Just. It's a song I wrote a long time ago, actually. Someone was asking in chat if I wrote these songs myself. I did. Everything I play on Friday Night Jams is all my own original music that I've written all myself, guitar part and words. So thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out with me. Seriously. Bomb Globe says, we live in dangerous times. If Rittenhouse is found not guilty, do you think there would be severe protests, riots even? Also, music is energy. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And absolutely yes. Of course they're going to riot. They're going to absolutely riot. Even though he was absolutely defending himself, without a doubt. I've seen the videotapes myself. I've been watching and paying attention to the defense, the trial, which is going on right now. I tune in over at Nick Rakita Media. If you guys don't know, Rakita Law on YouTube. He is live streaming it every day, doing these 6-7 hour streams, 8-hour streams. It's crazy. So Preston says, can you give some background on She's Just? It's my favorite and sounds Chili Peppers inspired. Yeah, all right. What is the background with She's Just? I wrote it. I was living in New York at the time, and this was when I was modeling in my younger 20s. I wrote it about this girl. Well, not any girl in particular, actually. I kind of was just frustrated and annoyed at these girls that I came to New York to model, and you know, they were just like would complain and weren't happy with their situation, and it just kind of like pictured this story of this girl that, you know, kind of was told that to not do it and didn't care and went out and did it anyway. And I was like, it's kind of, you know, it's like, yeah, that, I don't know, that's kind of where it came from. I don't really remember. It was man, 15 years ago I wrote that song. That's an old song from mine. So seriously, 15 years old. So I don't remember exactly where my head was at that time, but I do remember being influenced by some like female friends of mine that were complaining and upset that people didn't want them to go out. The whole California thing, I don't know, it just kind of flowed. It was actually New York in reality. So thank you guys, though. I really do appreciate that. McCracken says, okay, how about Can I Get a by Jay-Z? No, I'm good. Not really my vibe, is it? Dat Simple Nope says, how often are you in your Discord group voice chat? Never. I am never in that voice chat, ever. My Discord is awesome, though. I get a lot of, I read more than I participate. So if you're in my Discord, know that I'm probably reading what you're writing. I don't participate in my Discord. A lot of people in my Discord have really interesting conversations, and it's very awesome to see what you guys are talking about. And a lot of people post awesome news articles that I actually use quite often in my show. So it's a good place to, you know, you can tag me. No promises that I'm going to respond, but sometimes I respond. Julian says, I implore you to seek the work of Mark Dice, Adam, particularly his books loaded with vital insights. I'd start with New World Order, Facts and Fiction. All right. Yeah, Mark Dice. I think I follow him on Twitter. I'm fairly certain I do. Mark Dice. Do I not? I do follow him. Yeah, he's funny. This dude's hilarious. He did the anti-vaxxers should be arrested, right? And yeah, dude is hilarious. I should check it out. I should check it out. Julian says, please get on the Alex Jones show. I'm serious. What would I talk about, though? You know, I would like to. That would be awesome. I mean, great for my career, you know, and getting my image out there. But like, what would I talk about? Like, what would I why should I be brought on the Alex Jones show? You know, I feel like I'm just a pundit that talks about stuff that happens in this world. You know, I could talk about what's happening. I don't know. You know, it's a tough situation. I'd love to, of course, you know. Like, I'd love to go on Joe Rogan, but, you know, I don't want to go on Joe Rogan and talk about Tim Pool, you know? Like, that's not, and at the moment, that's probably what would happen. I'm like, I don't want that. I want to continue doing this and maybe break a story or just, yeah, it would be cool, but my red pilling, yeah, maybe. To jam, okay, yeah, that'd be cool too. Yeah, maybe. I like that. Yeah, that's true. Darth Jason says, all the things you want to but can't hear. Sure, he'd love to have you. Yeah, that's a good point. I could both talk. I could definitely talk about the things I can't talk about here, which I definitely would like to do. Can I have your number? Sitting at the bar, sitting side by side. What's your drink and what's your name? What's your problem? I'll be the blame. I'll be your only. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Can I have your number? I never meant to run away. I never meant to run away. I never meant to run away with your heart. With your heart. So goodbye for now. We'll talk soon, 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 soon. When I call you later. I never meant to run away. I never meant to run away. I never meant to run away with your heart. With your heart. With your heart. With your heart. All right, guys, that is it for my guitar session. I just want to say thanks again for tuning in, hanging out with me, guys, as I jam out on my Friday night jams. I got a couple more super chats. Let's see. Julian says, you have an important perspective, Adam. That's why. Well, thank you, Julian. I appreciate that. Dr. Fox, how you doing, man? Says, sup, man? Been a minute since I've been here. I hope all is well. All is well. Thank you very much. It's good to have you around. Good to see you. Some guy says, have you seen how they're talking about Aaron Rodgers? They're calling the medication he was prescribed homeopathic. I haven't seen it, and I can't comment on it because if I do, I will get a strike, and I don't want more strikes, and it's unfortunate. I just avoid talking about that stuff. So thank you guys for tuning in. You know, this, of course, is my Friday night jams. I haven't really been twitching this week because I've been kind of relaxing, but I might twitch tonight. I'm definitely going to try to keep twitching more often. So you can check me out over on my Twitch channel, Commodore Crigler. Really easy to find me. Commodore, then Crigler. And, of course, I will be back here Monday on The Crigler Show. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all then.